I'm not gonna say all social anxiety is what I'm describing, but I definitely think some of social anxiety, if I am a stranger to myself, if I ignore in myself a lot of stuff, I'm out of touch with me, so then I can't possibly connect to somebody else. Guys will describe going into a room and it feels so awkward. It's so awkward. Waterbury is a very hard place because it's a place of connection. If you're out of touch with self, you're not comfortable with self, so Waterbury is murder. And you'll say, I don't like it here, it's weird. If you're out of touch with self, you can't get comfortable with somebody else. You'll walk into all different rooms and you'll call it social anxiety. That's the term you'll use, as if the other person, if I'm alone in a room, I'm fine because I can ignore that I'm out of touch with myself. But in order to connect to you, I have to be present to myself. I have to be present, I have to be comfortable, then I can connect to somebody else. The relationship to Torah is no different. The relationship to Torah is no different. If I'm comfortable with myself, I can learn this, Hashem's Torah, and band, and relate, and connect. If I'm disconnected to self, the Torah doesn't talk to my parts. I don't know my parts. I'm not in touch with my parts. Like all relationships, if I'm comfortable with self, I can relate to Torah and connect and see and find there's me and Torah and we can band. Rav Gamliel had a guard at the Beis Medrash door, and if somebody wasn't Teichei Kibari, if somebody wasn't aware of self, he didn't let them in the Beis Medrash. Very few yeshivas left in the world are like Rav Gamliel's Beis Medrash. Waterbury is one of the last places in the world that in a certain way we function like Rav Gamliel's Beis Medrash, in a certain way, which is the halacha, that we demand of a guy to be self-aware as he engages the process of Torah to know himself. Teichai Kibara means that I've dug into my inside. I've explored. I've gotten comfortable. In Reb Gamliel's Beis Medrash, they said you're only ready to connect to Torah when you're connected to self. Teichai Kibara, you learn, and the Torah talks to you and penetrates. And a tremendous emphasis in yeshivas on a person becoming Teichai Kibara, which means your inside is like your outside. It's matched up, it's aligned, you're comfortable, you're feeling your own story, you're in touch with yourself. A big emphasis, like Rav Gamliel's Beis Medrash, that wanted when somebody learns Torah, should be Teichai Kibara, comfortable, secure. Now, I'm not a big pusher of the world. The world of therapy is wonderful, going to therapy. The world of Rabbi Yisrael Salanter and Musar said, know yourself. Das Atzmcha was his first principle of Musar, self-awareness, being comfortable with self. Now, there's a premise that's needed before ever engaging in self-awareness. Everybody has to know and find this truth that soul. At the point where a tin can, you'll never be secure enough to face all the complicated parts of this existence. Insecurities, shame, discomfort, all different types of insecurities. If you don't know that you're a soul, you will not be secure enough to face all that. Your soul is not meant for kiruv or for some troubled youth. It's meant for guys in this room. It's meant for a 63-year-old younger man learning in Lakewood. It's meant for a 50-year-old chassid in Williamsburg. It's meant for somebody in Bnei Brak, a working man in Teaneck, a koil guy in Woodmere. It doesn't matter where you're from. It's not cute. We're souls, and you can learn to discover that. Certain Torah. People ask, what svarim? Different svarim. You'll connect. It's very subtle and sensitive. All of us are in touch with our taivas. Hey, I have a desire. I see something and I want it. That's a cool place to be in touch. It's much more subtle and sensitive to be in touch that we have a passionate ratzon to serve Hashem. How many guys express, I don't want, but I want to want? Many people express, I don't want tefillin, but I want tefillin. And I want to tell you a secret. Every single one of us craves tefillin, craves Torah, craves tefillah. You're not in touch with that craving. That's true. You're not in touch with that craving. We have a soul, and it's true, you're not in touch that you are a soul. And through different learnings that resonate, you can get in touch and you sense it. Through different mitzvahs, through different things in our experiences in our life, we can get in touch with that place. That's very important to me.
That's
to get
what 101 means?
I want to rephrase that I want to be in touch with my wants.
Wow.
I want badly. I want to be in touch with those ones. I want to live those ones. If that's how I translate the pasuk in Tehillim, Acha sha'alti meis Hashem. One thing I ask of Hashem, Oisai avakish. That's what I ask. That's a double lashon. One thing I ask, that I ask, but it means there's one thing I want as a fact, and I seek. I'm mivakesh that want. I want to get in touch with that overarching drive. I want to live in that space. I want to live in that space. I want to feel that space. I want to be in touch with that space. Now this is like deeper than the world of knowing yourself, and it's almost a contradiction of our yeshiva. On the one side, we speak about the essential, the powerful goodness of each person. Nothing to do if they learn well first Seder, if they're being a good boy. No shaykhs. Elokai neshama shenasata bi Torah is one of the first things that a yid utters out of his peh every single day. One of the first things a yid is obligated to say, Elokai neshama, God, my soul that you gave me Torah, it's pure, it's untouched. You're talking, who knows what he did last night, who knows his mistake in 7th grade, who knows his acting out in 4th grade, and you're obligated to say, God, my soul is pure, untouched. Elokai, neshama, shenasata bi Torah, I have a pure soul. I'm pure, there's a purity to me. Yeah, I have different pulls and forces and complications. The irony is step 1 is to know our essential goodness. Step 2 is then to be secure enough to explore. It's complicated, a soul. And each of our journeys has complications. Now, to me, a big theme of the yeshiva is knowing our underlying source, the purity that is, getting in touch with that, not as a cheap slogan. I'm a soul, you're a soul. I'm talking about a worked out. It might be a certain Torah that brings you there. It might be certain experiences that bring you there. It might be a song that you hear, that you feel it. It could be all different types of experiences that bring you there. And that's step 1. From that secure place to then visit all our parts, not to be afraid of our parts. We have every part, every last part.
And ultimately can solve
all those things. The roots of all those things are good roots. All our parts have a place. Every single part of us has a place in the service of Hashem.
But a profound understanding that we're neshama
will give me the security that I'm not afraid what I'll find. I'm pure at my core, so I'm not afraid what I'll find. Now, what I want to do is, we were Zeicha, somebody learned in yeshiva for years. His name is Maish Glazer. Maish Glazer learned here for 4 years. I'm going to say something. This is not like he's here. I'll have chances to speak about at Sheva Brachas Beis Hashem. We'll have plenty of chances to speak at Simchas. Maybe it's Afraf. We'll have chances. He's not engaged. He's available, but we'll have chances to speak about him. I want to say that in a yeshiva of kindness, of people who are considerate about other people, Maish is from the nicest people we ever had in yeshiva. But that's not what I asked. I asked Maish to share something today, and what I want him to share is there's a kind of therapy that I think has very deep roots in Torah, is my opinion. I'm not an expert on it. I'm only in the last year plus starting to hear about it. I asked for my benefit. I want Maish to explain it to me. There's a type of system, Maish, like us all, is on the journey of self-awareness. I've engaged in this journey through the guise of better understanding myself and my parts. and all in the yeshiva. It's a journey. It's not like, are you there yet? It's a constant world of discovery, of self-discovery, of finding different aspects of ourselves, beautiful parts, and bringing them into Avodas Hashem. And I want Moshe to explain. I want to share a Chazal that I want to shed light on the Chazal. Chazal are saying things. Chazal don't need support from therapy, my friends. Chazal don't need Harvey Flusker, Harvey Bernstein. Like, wow, Chazal are much smarter. Chazal have access to Torah, but sometimes we don't trust Chazal enough. We read a Chazal and we don't take it seriously enough, and then we see something in our language, we're like, whoa. So I want to read a Chazal. I want to learn a Gemara with the Chevra today. I'd like to learn a Gemara with the Chevra, and I can't stress how serious the Gemara means this. The Gemara says every single day a Yid says Kriyas Shema in the morning and at night, Eli. Every single day we say Kriyas Shema. And a Yid says to love Hashem b'chol levavcha. Now the double bases sound like we have plural hearts. Love Hashem with all your hearts. We only have one lave. What's it saying? Your hearts. We only have one heart. So what does it mean to love Hashem with all your heart and soul? All your hearts, plural. Says Chazal, B'shnei Yitzrecha, your Yetzer Hara and your Yetzer Tov. Serve and love Hashem with your Yetzer Hara. What, pray tell, does it mean to love Hashem with Yetzer Hara? Yetzer Hara is the bad guy. Serve, love Hashem, hand him your Yetzer, do it the Yetzer Hara is the bad guy. There are a lot of people who think we're like constructed 50-50, we're all Jekyll and Hydes. We have like a part that wants good and a part that wants bad. There are people who literally, I would bet if we went around in an honest way and consulted many Yidden, and you asked them, are we complete goodness or are we a 50-50 proposition? We part with Jekyll and Hyde. Yetzer Tov. Little kids learn Yetzer Tov, Yetzer Hara. No. So I have a good part that wants good and a part that wants sinister. So we're half good, half bad. Yetzer Hara, Yetzer Tov. That's what we would say. And then you learn a Chazal, serve Hashem with all your parts. The bad guy too. So some say, I do not mock this. Yeah, it means by not listening to him. Problem is you're not serving with him. Then you're just serving Yetzer Tov. You're not. That's not serving with Yetzer. There are such mefarshim who speak this out. I could explain the oimek, what they mean. What is it? Then it's not accurate to serve Hashem with him. You're absolutely not. You're just defying him. If you have two friends and you say one is a good friend who leads you to the Beis Medrash, and one is a horrible friend who tries to get you to sin, you say, serve Hashem with both friends. How do I serve with the bad friend? By not listening. So I'm not serving with him. It means run away. So you're just talking like this. You're double speaking. Listen, hang with the good friend. Not your parents say, no, be friends with both. How should I be friends with them? By not being friends, then you're blabbing. You're not saying anything real.
Oh boy.
And Chazal say, the Torah Akdaisha says, serve with both. But I would like to explain the way I understand the Chazal, serve Hashem with both Yetzer Tov and Yetzer Hara. I don't think we're made half good and half bad. I think there are forces in us when they're not put in the right place, when they're not used effectively. I'll give an example. Every single one of us is born a tremendous taker. No little kid no 4-year-old says, my mom's sleeping, let her sleep. I need mommy. Mommy, it's 6 a.m. She's tired. You kept her up the whole night. Mommy, you'd lose your mind. Any human being. Yet kids are born with a selfishness. That's called the Yetzer Hara, by the way. Now, is that a bad part that we care about ourselves? Do you know you can't be generous and kind if you don't care about yourself? If you don't like yourself and fend for yourself, the best you can hope is that you expand your ani. Do you know you need a good ani to ever be generous and caring? Many a father, guys have sat with the father in their 20s and said, Dad, why did you treat me the way you treated me? And in all different words, the father cries and he says, I didn't like me, how could I like you? Whenever the father who was abused abuses his kids, says, I was abused, I want to translate what he's saying. So I don't like me, I couldn't like you. So what happened? That ani, when we were little, that we were very into self, was that a bad guy? We all have a temptation for girls. Is that a bad? That's the most, do you know one of our holiest mitzvahs in the world? We go to chasnas and celebrate. A boy dates a boy becomes like God, creative, using that desire for a girl. Is that a bad part? The Yetzer Hara is very not what we think it is. Its parts, when they're not brought under the memshala of the soul, could be misused to do averos. And we're supposed to serve Hashem with all our parts. The young kid who hates himself because he acted out in 5th grade, he actually was craving connection, and he should certainly it expressed itself in a way that he was young and didn't know how to express. He actually is craving connection, which a person's born to connect. The soul wants to connect. The soul wants to share. The soul wants to bond. It's actually very deep and special places. And when it says in the Torah, serve Hashem with all your parts, it means both things that you would put under Yetzer Tov, that are very apparently bringing you to service of Hashem, and both things that you in your mind see it leading to averos, serve Hashem with that part. Chazal mean what they say. Serve Hashem with that part. Ask, what is that part coming from? What's the source of that part? And serve Hashem with that part. Another Gemara. The Graz brother wrote a sefer called Mailas HaTorah. And he asked a kasha on Chazal. Chazal say as follows. And he asked this question in Mailas HaTorah. The Gemara in Kedushin says, in Pagaba Menovel Zef, the Yetzer Hara bumps into you, the bad guy, Mashcheyu lebeis hamedrash, bring him to the beis medrash. It's one of the most awkward Gemaras. If your bad friend bumps into you, bring him with you to the beis medrash. Ask the Graz brother. It doesn't say you should go to the beis medrash. It says bring him. Mashcheyu, drag him to the beis medrash. What are Chazal talking about? If you have a Yetzer Hara, something led you to a bad place, I would say run away. He's a bad friend. Chazal says a good friend. Bring him to the beis medrash. He should join you in your journey forward. Do you know what Chazal? This is not cute. It's not a stretch. If you know how to learn Chazal, what Chazal are saying is that which seemed to have led you to averos is part of your journey to Hashem. Bring him to the beis medrash. He should join you on your journey. Don't exile that part. It's not to say, whoa, it's dark. No, the way it expressed itself wasn't the way to express, but it's saying something. Mashcheyu lebeis hamedrash. Bring that Yetzer Hara, that drive, bring him to the beis medrash. Ask yourself, explore, what did it want from me? And it belongs in the beis medrash. It belongs in the beis medrash. It's telling you something. Mashcheyu lebeis hamedrash. Pagba menovel zeh. Now it's called a menovel. It's called disgusting. It means that, of course, if it expressed itself out of place, if it expressed out of place, and certainly in younger years we don't have the power, we don't have the Yetzer Tov, that shleimus, to take all our parts to get them to the right places. But if you've noticed the menovel, you've noticed it's acted out in the wrong place, drag him to the beis medrash. There he's not disgusting at all. There he shines. There he's beautiful. Mashcheyu lebeis hamedrash. Bring him to the beis medrash. He has a place. There's something about him. He's saying something. He's saying something. Bring all your parts. There's a part that's looking at inappropriate things. Oh, dark side. There's a part that's saying something. drag him to the Beis Medrash, say, hey, there's a part of me that's craving something with real connection, relationship. Bring him to the Beis Medrash. See where his place is. That's an open chazal. The Mailas HaTorah, the Gra asks the kasha, and it's obvious, it's pretty obvious what chazal are saying. It's pretty clear. Chazal say what they mean and mean what they say. So I wanted to share these two incredible chazal.
What does that look like? Yeah.
I'm sorry?
What does it look like?
They're not ashamed of deep feelings. They know those parts. Even if it led to acting out, it's not just throwing out the whole, the shirish, the roots of that part was saying something to me. And I have to find out what. Probably a lot about a sugya of connection, and then I have to analyze. To me, a big part there in that example of B'yameinu is to say, let me work on healthier ways of connecting. What does friendship look like? And work on my relationship. People know in the world of temptations to act out, they call up a friend. That's Mashcheyu L'Beis HaMedrash. Friendship, connection. We're born for that. Our soul craves that. So then I have to be mechazik that. Friendship. I go out with friends to the pizza shop. Very good experience. I schmooze with a friend. I bond with a friend. I talk to a friend. I go and engage. I go and play some basketball with a friend and talk and go on a nice walk with a friend. It's pulling me to proper places, to good places.
That's where that Yitzhak comes from.
1,000%. Yes. Mashcheyu L'Beis HaMedrash. Bring it. The opposite of shaming, the opposite of ripping, its sources, its roots are good. That's what we're being taught in both of these chazal. I believe blatantly we're being taught. What?
It's not listening to like him, but listening to what he really said.
Where it's rooted.
You're not listening, but listening deeper. Not listening to what the thing that it's pointing at.
It's funny you say, because I grapple, Chaim, Yetzer Lev Ha'adam Ra Min Urav, that the Yetzer Hara is like bad Min Urav from youth. But I understand that when it doesn't have the bailus of and like you said, it will what it expresses. That's the nevala. Is what a nevela itself. It says menovel zeh. A nevela is a carcass, is a body without a soul. It's interesting that the Yetzer Hara is called a carcass. Menovel, he's called a menovel. Now we say disgusting. The word menovel comes from nevela. And nevela is a body without a soul. The Yetzer Hara is not bad, it's missing the soul. It's the thing, I didn't find the shirish. So that's like Yetzer Lev Adam Ra Min Urav is when it's not linked back to what it's. Yeah, it doesn't have the shirish. That's. What? I'm not sure. It's fair. Rev Hirsch. So I admit, no, you don't need Atbash. They're asking, and this I took a license. Rev Hirsch gave me a license. Rev Ezzi's asking. Rev Ezzi's asking a kasha. No. So the word nevela is. Rev Hirsch says Shemi. There's a chiddush of Rev Hirsch, and I took a liberty. I did take a liberty. You have to express honestly. I said the word novel and nevela is the same. Could be the same shrashim. The word novel is a vav and nevela is a vase. It was not lost on me. Rev Hirsch has a theory. Now it's very complicated because you got to get into Yemenite stuff and what the word really is. Rev Hirsch says if two words are spoken the same, then they're related. That's a theory of Rev Hirsch. There's a lot of room to argue, and it's a very complex sugya and etymology of a word. So I did come based on Rev Hirsch. Rev Hirsch doesn't say this about nevela, novel and nevela. I'm taking Rev Hirsch's liberty that if two words are said the same, even if they're different ICA. So I did come from Rev Hirsch. I want to explain to Shimi. Shimi called it out, so I'm going to admit that I took the right from Rev Hirsch. Rev Hirsch has many, many, many examples like this. In Chumash, he's full of this. That if two words. Now, the reason I say it's complicated, it's a cool theory, but then it becomes very, very complicated. Where is that how it's pronounced? And you have different pronunciations. I'm coming the way we pronounce it, as Ashkachas Hashem, and coming under the Rav Hirsch's authority to say those two are connected. I wanted to say to the Chaver that to me these are truths. They're truths. We could debate it. I'm not coming, and somebody that Rav Ezi's asking from different Chazal, I'm not coming proving. It's very, very complicated. Whenever you base on one statement of a Gemara, I'm not coming because of a certain Gemara, and I can answer other Gemaras. All of learning is you have to learn Torah and study it with an honest and open mind, and then find out the truths. And I don't have a monopoly on the truth. I'm telling you that in my study of Torah, this is what appears to me. This is what appears to me. So I wanted to share that with the Chevra. What'd you say? Yetzer Lev Adam Ramin Urav. What that pasuk means. I'm saying that I'm asking, leave that as a kasha. Ramin Urav, I thought it's not really bad, but it means detached from its source. That's what I'm claiming, that it's detached from the source, like everything that's just, if it's detached from its source, then it's bad. That's what I'm explaining. I even think that's what it means to serve Hashem with Yetzer Hara, is attach it to a source, get to its source. So it's not just not listening to it, that's not called serving. Imagine if the friend who you think is telling you to do Averis is really teaching you something, and bring him back to what he really is telling you, what the Shirish is. That's how we're understanding it. I think Chazal are very, very understood that way. I think the Shnei Yitzrecha, serving Hashem, to me seems obvious. Such a pshat, Mashchelu Beis HaMedrash seems obvious. I'm not proving from those two Chazal, but I do want to share both those Chazal. They become very clear when this truth is understood. Thank you, Maish. Yes?
Why is it called Yetzer Hara, though? Like the bad?
Yeah, for sure. The answer is that when it's not connected to its roots, what I would say is Yetzer Tov are the voices that come out as goodness, and the Yetzer Hara is if you don't bring it back to its source, it will lead you to Averis. The Mailas HaTorah Kemat speaks this out. The Graz brother Kemat says this. It's called Yetzer Hara because if you don't find out the Shirish, it will lead you to Averis.
The expression is bad.
The expression of it will lead you to bad, but its root is good. That's how he understands.
No, I think you said my book says one study said that a person's not like it says like a first blood he's like bad. He said it's instinct.
Cool.
The person's not bad, they're just instinctive.
What we're saying that those instincts, those ritzainas, have shrushim that a youngster won't know where to put it. And when we get older and get in touch with the shirish, we actually understand where the roots of those things are. That's how we're being magdir.
It's not necessarily bad.
That's how we're saying. Unattached to its root, it's bad. We'll lead if you don't get the shrushim. Yeah. Nobody needs to look further than the sugi of taiva. Klal Yisrael, we're getting close to the weeks of Shavim. The sugi of taiva the sugi of desire is an easy place to look. That to a youngster, it's like, oh my goodness, terrible place. To any intelligent older person, it's a wonderful place that we have. So that's very, very simple, very, very simple. It becomes very funny almost. You have a 10th grader and, he has some temptations and you're like, knock it off. All of a sudden he's 22, 23, and you say, excellent. So anybody understand that our parts have very, very important functions and places, incredibly important functions. So that's the easy example. There are much more sophisticated examples. Shouldn't say sophisticated, I shouldn't say that subtle, I should say. But that easy example is there.
Does that mean that part doesn't have a place in full then?
No, but it does have a place. No, connections. It has a tremendous. Its shirish is connections, relationship. Its shirish has tremendous places.
It just plays out in different.
That would be like an exact truth. Yes, and yes. The extreme danger I can't express enough. There was a Beis Medrash that didn't let people in till they worked out their parts. Could you imagine the danger ignoring all of yourself and trying to steig? the danger would be, I can't imagine what would be produced. You would see a person very detached from their body. It would come out with physical hand motions. You could see it. It could even be a scholarly man who knows a lot of Torah. You will see he doesn't fit his body. You'll see how he walks, how he carries. You'll see a disconnect to self. In that Beis Medrash, they wanted somebody who was b'shleimus with himself, with all his parts. Toichei kibare, coming to the Beis Medrash, and the
a bad guy, like meaning he's like.
That's a great question. This guy's Toichei kibare, like what? Sounds that way.
Who's calling the year?
We will be doing color war this year. We will be doing. You did. You will make it. It's going to be in the next few weeks. I don't want to say because I want to shock the guys in the breakout. But I'll tell you privately when we're breaking it out. Let's go. Let's go. Take it away. We are.
That you've held me so tight, so pick me
This one's for you, did you? Yeah. We haven't done this in a while.
I was craving to play after.
Listen to this one. This is an amazing one. Yehuda, check this out. Yankov, listen to this. Yeah, do it.
I'll do it. Just didn't know what to
Does
say.
the Chevra want to hear? You did your paltos back. Should we do a song Shlomo has never publicly done? Is that true?
Yes. Shlomo composed that.
What? Shlomo composed this one. That L'cham Libi Mischayim. This one Shlomo composed. This next one.
Tati, my king was dope.
Tati, my king's David.
God.